Is the Johnson County market heating up, cooling down, or just plain hard to get? Stick around because I'm breaking down the May 2025 stats, and at the end, I'll tell you where the real opportunities are. I'm Heather Brule, your Johnson County, Kansas real estate agent with a pulse on what's really happening in this current market. Let's dive in. Inventory might feel higher, but the numbers tell a little bit of a different story. Months of supply dipped over 8% from last year, although things do feel a little bit more balanced because we're up from last month and we feel like we're seeing a bit more breathing room in the active listings. It's possibly a sign that summer inventory is just building, and still anything under 3 months is a seller's market, and we're in that zone. Prices are still climbing the ladder. The average sales price in Johnson County just rose from last May 8.8%, and it's not a bubble, that's equity growth. So whether you're thinking of cashing in or just keeping tabs, equity is growing steadily in Johnson County. Now, if you're a homeowner, that's great news. You're gaining value. The bad news is for renters and first-time buyers, waiting is not saving you any money here. Here's where it gets interesting. The list to sale ratio slid just about 1.5% over the last year. So although it's averaging over ask still, that extra 1.2% does tell us that buyers are negotiating a bit more, especially on homes that linger. And although it's up just slightly from last month, it's something I'll be watching closely as we get into the summer months, as we always have seasonal trends. Days on market jumped from 28 days to 37. That's a 32% increase. Homes are taking longer to sell, which means price and presentation matter more than ever. The average 30-year mortgage is 6.875%, just slightly higher than what we saw last May, not exactly dramatic. It is enough to affect some monthly payments and buyer psychology, but compared to renting or waiting for that mythical 5% to return, today's rates are workable with the right strategy. This market is subtle and strategic. So buyers and sellers are winning. Buyers, you've got more options than last year, a little negotiation power, and less competition. Get pre-approved, don't ghost the good homes. They're still moving fast when priced right. Sellers, inventory is basically flat, up just 0.1% from last May, and demand is still strong. If your home is updated and priced correctly, it will shine. And here's your opportunity, guys. Those increased days on market signal motivation. So looking for stale listings, homes with price drops, or those that didn't market well, that's where your deals live. If you're buying or selling, or just Zillow scrolling your next move in West Lenexa and Shawnee, or anywhere in Johnson County, I'd love to help. I'm Heather Brule, your go-to real estate agent who brings strategy, not just signs in those yards. Reach out for a personalized market snapshot to see what's coming soon before it hits the masses. Let's talk about how this market can work for you, not against.